My name is Tolley, and I'm speaking to you today on behalf of myself and many other Bears fans in the city of Chicago. As we all know by now, the Bears are actively pursuing a new stadium project. They have purchased property in Arlington Heights, but have repeatedly expressed their desire to remain in the city. In order for this to happen, the organization will need support from the state to fund the project. The Chicago Bears belong in the city limits of Chicago for as long as they are around, and here's why. Their history. The Bears have been around since the year 1919. They have called Chicago home since their inception. Generations of Chicagoans have built bonds and memories around the Bears, and the epicenter for this camaraderie is along the lakefront in Chicago, I being one of those Chicagoans. The Bears have years and years of built-up goodwill within the communities of Chicago, launching and participating in many local charitable initiatives. Many of these initiatives are highlighted by their own players or staff. Through small local charities or individual charities, the Chicago Bears always seem to be making an effort to give back to the communities in Chicago. With the proposed stadium design, many new opportunities present themselves to the city of Chicago. Right now, the Bears' current home, Soldier Field, takes up an exorbitant amount of space along the lakefront on Museum campus and can only be used for a couple months of the year. That is all you can do when you have an open-air outdoor stadium in a city where the climate is frigid for much of the year. The new design, however, would be a dome stadium in the same location. This new stadium immediately creates a new venue to host events during those frigid months. Chicago could theoretically host concerts and other smaller events throughout the year, throughout those frigid months, as well as be a target location and attractive city for major yearly productions such as the Super Bowl or major conventions. These events draw both tourism from people outside of the city and national exposure via media to the city, boosting its fiscal intake for local businesses. It's convenient. The lakefront site for the proposed new Chicago Bears Stadium would be the most convenient location for Bears fans. Given that the Bears have built up so much history and mean so much to this state, those who support them deserve an easy access in doing so. As previously stated, the epicenter for Chicago Bears fandom is within the city limits of Chicago. Many Chicagoans don't have cars or cannot reasonably travel outside of the city with their family to support the Bears in a comfortable manner. Keeping the Bears within the city limits of Chicago allows these families to attend and support the Bears at a much cheaper and more reasonable cost. Local political support. The mayor's office and the electoral committee of Chicago have expressed their interest in keeping the Bears in the city. Understandably, no elected official wants to be responsible for losing the Bears, and the city government has been doing their part to try and keep that from happening. If the state government does not support the local city government, that creates more division among elected officials outside of just sports. There will have to be targeted, specific tax allocations to get this project off the ground, but with the support of the city and the state, the civilians of Illinois and Chicago would be better off in the long term with this investment due to the influx of potential profitable uses of the new stadium for many years to come. In all, this is an issue that should not be an issue. Sports are the ultimate unifier, and a brand new state-of-the-art stadium along Chicago's lakefront would be the perfect encapsulation of that. A monument to community, a mecca of unity, and a beautiful symbol of Chicago's perseverance and loyalty to their own. I urge you all to do what needs to be done in order to get this project off the ground, and give us Chicagoans something to rally behind.